What is up, YouTube? I am Eric, and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today, we will be talking about my 5 top Nintendo Switch games in 2017. Let's hop into it. Okay, so 2017 has been great for the Nintendo Switch. If you own one, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you're definitely missing out. It came out in March, and it is now December, and all the games that have come out for it have been really great. There's a few iffy ones, but all the Nintendo branded or most of the third-party games have just been top-notch, and I've really enjoyed it. I have put probably 500 hours into my Switch, maybe a little bit less, but that seems about right. I have loved it so much. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about my top 5 Nintendo Switch games from 2017. So my number 5 is Splatoon 2 on the Switch, and there's a lot of great things to say about this game. If it comes down to being a kid and playing a shooter, this is your game. If you want to sit back and relax and just enjoy some turf wars and painting the ground, you can grab a roller and do that. Or if you really want to get into it, you can online battle and get ridiculously into it. So, number 5 is Splatoon 2 because of the greatness that it is and how much I loved it. So let's look at some gameplay. For Splatoon 2, I decided to show some video gameplay of me playing Turf Wars. In this case, I have a paintbrush roller and I am just rolling through everyone and trying to paint the land. It's actually a pretty fun little way to chill out and not really worry about too much and have a little fun. So I very much debated number 4 just because it didn't come with a physical release, but then I said screw it because I spent so much time playing it. And my number 4 is Kumiko. It is such a great buy. For only $5 on the eShop, you can't go wrong with it. I played this game so much and I beat the first one with the first character, and I just had to go beat it again with the other 2 characters. I loved it, and the soundtrack is so amazing. So, let's hop into some gameplay. Kumiko on the Nintendo Switch is so much fun. Whether you like going around and just hacking and slashing, or going through and shooting your enemies, whatever it is. The puzzles in this game are so much fun and often are difficult, but for $5, you can't go wrong with this game. Definitely pick it up. So my number 3 came as a huge surprise to me. I saw it and it looked fun, but I didn't think I would have this much enjoyment. And I thought I'd get rather annoyed. And you probably know what I'm talking about, so let's just talk about it. My number 3 is Mario Rabbids. If you are like me, you heard about this game and you're like, that's gonna be a weird game. I hope those rabbits aren't too annoying. Well, lucky for you and me, they are perfect. I would say they're not too over the top, but they still are comical. I know a lot of people don't like rabbits, and I'm one of those people, but this game changed my mind a little bit. It was just the right amount. I loved how the rabbits took over characters, so like Mario Rabbit, or Luigi, or Yoshi, or even Donkey Kong Rabbit. They were really cool. But let's not forget Princess Peach Rabbit. So funny. Every time something happened, she was always like taking selfies. Oh, so great. I loved it. So let's get into some gameplay. The more I got into Mario Rabbids, the more I was suckered into it. Every battle is just so much better, and it builds and it builds, and once you get to that final boss, everything is just great. And like I said, there are bosses at the end of each world, and everything about it is just so much fun. Whether it's sliding into enemies, or shooting enemies, or unlocking all the great things you can. This game is definitely a must-own if you own a Switch. So I get to my top 2, and I know what they are, but I don't know which is going to be 1, and I don't know which is 2. And it was a very hard thing to figure out. So I went ahead and deducted it to what I got the most enjoyment out of, and what I spent the most time with. So let's get into what my number 2 is, which is Super Mario Odyssey. If you own a Switch and you own this game, you love it. If you do not own a Switch, or you do not own this game, I'm sorry, but you're missing out majorly. This is such a fun game, and if you're like me, you love Mario, so this is definitely a pickup. This has got to be my favorite Mario game so far, and it just takes what Super Mario Sunshine and Galaxy 1 and 2 were building up to. This is really a great game. If you're like me, you need to pick it up. So, number 2, Super Mario Odyssey. Go check it out. Let's look at some gameplay.
Super Mario Odyssey!
Here for Mario Odyssey, I have shown off some of the amiibo support, which, as you can see, I am dressed up as Diddy Kong. When you use an amiibo, certain amiibos that is, you can unlock character outfits, and it's so much fun. Either the dress from Princess Peach or the Super Mario 64 outfit / Mario change. It's definitely my favorite. I don't have much to say about this game because, as you can see, it's a great game, and I don't have to say that. So now that we've got to number 1, you probably can guess what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it a little bit anyways because it was a great game. Probably the whole reason most people have a Nintendo Switch, but hopefully they branched out. So, with that being said, number 1, my favorite Zelda game, probably in my top 5 of all games ever, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have put over 165 hours into this. I got all the shrines, I got all the Korok seeds. I went crazy looking for Korok seeds. The last like 10 were so difficult to find. But I had so much fun and it was way worth it. So, if you're like me, go pick this up. If you like Zelda at all, go pick this up. If you like open world games, go pick this up. That's all I'm telling you. This is a great game, and I think you'll enjoy it. So, we're gonna hop into some gameplay, and then I'll wrap it up. Here's Zelda Breath of the Wild. For Zelda, I have decided to attack some moblins. I not only use some exploding arrows, but I also use a sword, a few spears, and whatever else I have in my weapon arsenal. As you can see, the game is beautiful and everything looks great. I decided to not show much because a lot of people have seen this already. December 2017, and we all know what that means. A great year for the Nintendo Switch. There are so many great games that I've played, and so much fun that I've had with the Switch this year, and I hope 2018 is just like it, if not better. So, with that being said, if there are any games that you saw that weren't on the list but you think they should be, please comment below and let me know. Maybe I haven't got to that game, and there are a ton of games that I haven't got to that I plan on in 2018. Thank you for watching my channel. It means so much to me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be on the lookout for 100 million more Switch videos in 2018.